Welcome back to this tutorial. We will talk about the video type settings and the video URL type settings. So what is a video type settings? A video type settings, in a very simple words, help you to upload video that are stored inside your Shopify admin. If you come to read here, it says a settings of type video outputs a video picker that's automatically populated with the available videos from the files section of the Shopify admin. Alright, so if you go back to your Shopify admin and you go back to files, you can upload your video over here. I already have 2 videos here and we're gonna use one of them for our example video. So if you go back to our documentation, so when accessing the value of a video type settings, data is returned in one of the following formats: a video object or a nil. It is nil if no selection has been made, the selection no longer exists, or the selection is a file reference meta field that points to a non-video. And also note that a video settings don't support the default attribute. So how can we access the video input settings? So let's go back to VS Code and I'll clean up my settings here and also my div, so it's empty. We're starting from scratch, and inside the settings schema here, I'm going to create an object and I'm going to give it a type, and the type must be video. Shopify is looking for this type, and the ID, we can give it any name we want. I'm gonna call it video as well, and the label, we're gonna say something like add a video. So I'm going to save it, and if I go back to my customizer, we're going to have access to our input video right here. So I can select and choose a video. I will choose this one and click on done and click on save right here. And as you can see, there is nothing because we need to apply it with the HTML. So let me go back to VS Code, and inside my div here, I'm going to access it. So we can say here section.settings.video and save it. And if I come back here to our customizer, we're gonna have video drop. So if you go back to your documentation, you click on video object, it's bringing you to another path link, which is not correct. So let's go back to Google and type video liquid Shopify and click on the first link. And once you are here, it's going to show you, when you access the video object, what other objects you're going to have access to. So you can have access to the alt, to the aspect ratio, etc. Alright, and it says here, use the video tag filter to output the video in an HTML video is what we are looking for. But if you are doing something complex, for example, or something like interesting, you want to show, let's say, image preview, you can come use this object here. So you're gonna go dot preview image. Okay, we can even do that now. So if I come back here and I do dot preview image and I save it, I'm going to have a preview of the image appearing here. I do have just the URL, the link, and of course we need to add a liquid filter to say something like image URL. Let's give it some width of, let's say, 700 and a height of 400, and of course we need to add another filter of image tag, and if I save it, we're going to have the image preview appearing right here. But what we're looking for now, we just want to show the video for this tutorial. So I'm going to delete all this tag here, all this filter, and let's remove that preview image. So in my case, what we're going to do, we're going to access the filter video tag, and I'm going to save it, and it's going to show us some preview image, but it looks like very smaller. And when using a video tag filter, let me click on that, we're going to have access to a bunch of objects here or attribute, and just know that video tag again generates an HTML video tag for a given video. And you can come to read here to have like more knowledge about how video works. So what we are looking for, it is this attribute here. So let's try like one of them. For example, we have autoplay. So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna add colon, and I'm gonna write autoplay, and it must be a boolean. How do I know that? First of all, it is written here, So if you double check here, it says media. So in our case, it is this one because we got it directly from our settings. And over here, it's showing you that when you use the video tag, you can also access attribute, and it must be a boolean. You cannot pass a string over there. So let's say autoplay is going to be true. So let me save it. And if I come back to my live hot link here, and you can see that my video, it's already playing. And if you want, you can add even more attribute here. It's completely up to you. We can say loop. So whether to loop a video, accept a true or false. So we can come here. So if you don't want this video to ever stop, so we can say loop. Just don't forget to add a comma here, and we can say loop to be true, and we save it. It's still going to work, just as you can see over here. So it's still playing. We can also use the muted one. So muted one is if you want to have the sound or not. So don't forget to add a comma. We can write muted, and we can say, let's say true, so that it does not play. So if I come back here and I refresh, it's going to be still muted. But if I change it to be false, it's going to start with some sounds directly, I believe. Let me refresh. Let's wait for the video. We don't get nothing. And maybe we need to add controls. So let me revert this muted to be true. And let me add these controls to be also true, so you can display the controls. And if I come back and I have controls here, and I can unmute if I want, and there you go. So now let's talk about the video URL. So a settings type video URL output a URL entry field. So in the case, let's say you want to display a video from YouTube or from Vimeo, you can just go and grab the link and come to add it to your video URL and put, and it's going to display that video in your Shopify store. And when using a setting type video URL, you must know that you're gonna have two more attributes. Okay, so the first one is going to be accept. It is required, and this one, it is an array that accepts video providers, and the video providers are only two, is YouTube and Vimeo. And the second attribute, it is a placeholder, and this one is not required. A placeholder is just a text to showcase what must go over there. So this is how it's going to be structured. And when accessing the value of a video URL type settings, data is returned in one of the following format. So as a string that contains the entered URL, and nil if nothing has been entered. Every time you see that we have like two conditions here, like one as a data, in this case a string, and this one as a nil, it means that you need to always verify that with an if statement. Otherwise, you're gonna get an error in the case you don't select the data for that file. Anyway, so additionally, there is access to the ID and type, video or Vimeo of the video. All right, so this we're gonna use it to somehow display our video inside our Shopify store. So let's go and do that. Let me go back in VS Code. I will go back just below our input video we did previously, and I'm going to create a type of video URL. So this must be video URL. Shopify is looking for that. The ID, we're gonna give it video URL like this, and let's give it the label. Let's say add a YouTube video, and here we can use the accept attribute, and here it must be only these two, either Vimeo and YouTube, or you can just add one of them. It's really up to you. And I think we can also use the placeholder if you want to, just to output some text. So we can say add something, and let's save it. And if I save, I have no error. If I go back to my customizer now, and we have like our placeholder here, add something, and we can paste a YouTube video link here or a Vimeo link right there. So let me go to YouTube, and I'm going to grab the first link that I see. Let me grab this one. Let me copy the link quickly. And let me go back to my customizer, and I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to save it. Of course, so far we're going to have nothing because we need to display it. So if I go back to my VS Code here, just below our first video, I will add some break tag, and here I will try to output our video URL. I'm going to save it. Of course, we're going to have the URL of the video. All right, but now how to display that corresponding video actually. As you can see, now we have access to the ID, and to access the ID you need just to add the .id, and it's going to give you the ID of the video. So what I'm going to do, so let me go back here, let me add .id, let me save it, let's see if it's going to work. And we have the ID of the video over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna make this one to be as a variable. So let me just cut it. Let me create here a variable. Let's call it ID, and let's save it like this. Let me cut this one because we don't need it anymore for now, because it's already over here. So let me go back here quickly to YouTube, and I will open again this video. I will turn off this voice and just come to share and click on this embedded, and make sure you copy this iframe and bring it to VS Code, and just below our variable we just created. And over here, as you can see, we have the http youtube.com/embed, and this is the ID of the video. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna cut this one. All right, and I'm going to remove this other ID, and I'm just gonna pass our ID here inside this YouTube video, and just make sure to remove white space on the left and also on the right. So if I save it now and I go back to my hot link here and I reload, I'm going to have access to my video from YouTube using my link, of course. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching my video. This is the last video about this series.